more because he wasn't from this earth.
Johnny Femia Jr. and Barry Ogeron, 2 referees are 2 of the 3 judges.
See, both guys are game guys, but neither guy's much pop in their punches, Bob. That's very obvious.
Final seconds of round number 7. No knockdowns in this fight. Nobody's been hurt. Bones Adams digs to the body again.
Well, when Clarence Adams gets inside off that missed right hand, he sees his man leaning forward, so he brings that right uppercut, puts another combination together, and he has some success.
Late power. Clayton has 1 knockout past the 7th round in his career. That came in 1996 against Eddie Rangel in the 10th round. Adams has never knocked anybody out after round number 6.
Again, as we said the last round, here's a guy, Clarence Adams. He's been inactive. Before his last fight, he was off 17 months. Had a lot of inactivity in his career. And he's not being... That inactivity is not hurting him at all in this fight because he's got a guy right in front of him. A guy that's not using his height, so he doesn't have to reach in. He doesn't have to negotiate distance. He's got a guy right in front of him like he's working in the gym.
Adams is averaging over 70 punches around thrown. Last round he was 17 of 75. Clayton's number's starting to drop. In round 5 he landed 5 of 48. In round 6 he landed 4 of 36. And in round 7 he landed 3 of 32.
When we were talking to the father in the corner, Bob, I think this is probably a good note, maybe interesting anyway. When you have a father in the corner, one of the pros and cons of a father is sometimes they're too close to their son, too close to the person. Obviously, it's their son, to really see what's accurately going on. He thought it was a close fight. Doesn't mean he's right, we're wrong, but we don't see it that way. And maybe if it was a stranger in the corner, maybe he sees it a little bit clearer. Hey, this guy's losing. Where a father sometimes sees it the way he wants to see it.
Well, in the last fight, Clayton admitted that he and his dad had a different game plan against Horeen. And Aristide Jr. used his game plan, which wasn't effective, and he didn't listen to his father. And maybe if it is not his father and a third party, maybe you pay attention to him.
That's a good point. How many times have you told you, well, your son is a little bit too young now?
Oh, he still knows how to be defiant.
For my son, who's 14 years old, how many times I've told him something, and then when somebody else, a stranger, tells him, listens a little better. That's human nature. And if it happens out in the world, in ordinary, everyday places, then of course it can happen with a father-son in the ring. But there's been plenty of successful. That doesn't mean a father-son relationship in boxing can't be successful. There's been plenty, and are plenty of them successful. Shane Mosley, terrific lightweight champion.
Adams now changing up. Instead of the hooks to the body, he's working uppercuts inside. He's really controlling this fight. Clayton again, very defensive through 8.
With the AT&T One Rate 7-cent plan,
round number 9 underway between Aristide Clayton and Clarence Adams. Clayton did not land a punch in the first 2 minutes of round number 8, according to CompuBox. Joe Carnicelli, Saul Avila. In the fight, Adams has thrown 269 more punches. He's averaging 72 punches around thrown. He's landing double digits in every round. And for the 2nd round in a row, Clayton landed just 3 punches.
It's a funny thing. Clayton is, in some ways, came out here trying to fight the right kind of fight on the outside, but he didn't do the most important thing. He didn't move his hands on the outside.
Well, how about this, Teddy? In the last round, Clayton was 2 for 15 in these jabs. Adams only landed 3, but he threw 35, so he threw 20 more than the guy that you'd expect to really try to establish that jab and shoot the right hand.
That's one of the reasons why Adams there was a clash of heads there.
Elmo Adolph will give a look.
Watch your hands. Watch your hands.
Clayton not using that jab is one of the reasons why Adams has had no trouble getting inside and being the stronger man. He hasn't had to deal with a jab to get in there. He's just had to bring his feet and close the distance and move his hands when he gets in there. Last round, I noticed that Adams started to notice when he got close that Clayton was leaning forward a little bit. And Adams started to use that uppercut.
Clayton letting his hands go a little bit.
Yeah, earlier Clayton was able to land a good right hand. He doesn't have that pop. He has to put punches together. One punch is not going to do it. He's not a big puncher, and he's behind in a fight. He's got to put them together.
Adams has been stopped 3 times. One of them, though, was because of a dislocated shoulder. The other one against Orlando Canizales, he had a broken jaw.
His corner stopped it after the 11th round because of that broken jaw.
He's only 19. And he was knocked out by Jeff Trimble. 3 losses in a row, the only losses for Adams.
Let's go, Craig. Let's go back up.
Right now, it doesn't matter if Clayton fights on the outside, uses those long arms or not. He's behind in this fight, at least we think he is. He's got to start moving those hands.
I mentioned very defensive, Clayton.
You can see Clayton tried to pot shot Adams coming in. Adams once in a while will walk straight in, and he can get caught on the way in. But right now, Clayton has to put them together.
Not enough punches coming from Aristide Clayton. He might need a miracle in round 10. Johnson in his hometown of Washington, D.C., defending his IBF Junior Bantamweight Championship against Raul Juarez. You see the low blow. Now you see Juarez try to fight on. Then you see Juarez go down. Juarez would go down and never make an attempt to get up. The referee and the ringside doctor tried to help him up. He was eventually carried out on a stretcher. Ruled a no contest. He was taken to the hospital. He waited about an hour or so. Got tired of waiting. They were going to give him x-rays. This is Raul Juarez. He decided to leave the hospital, Teddy. Didn't feel like waiting around for x-rays, so obviously he couldn't have been hurt that badly. And then he was seen back at the hotel, relaxing and enjoying himself later on that evening. So you and I surmise that he might have been looking for a way out in that fight. Well, we'll never get any medical prognosis on it because he didn't stick around the hospital long enough to get checked out by a doctor.
Well, the old-timers would say he was looking for a soft spot to lay down in a tough fight. And maybe that's what he did. From the evidence we just talked about, it looks like that's a great possibility.
That is the Raul Juarez update from last week. Some question as to the ruling about getting hit with a low blow and making an effort to get up. Juarez never made an effort to get on his feet in that 5-minute span. Of course, when the doctor and the referee tried to help him up, he gave one of those Art Carney collapses from the honeymooners. Couldn't really get up on his feet. So probably won't be seeing much of Raul Juarez in the future.
Right now you just have to, obviously we think that Adams has his fight in the bag. Being that he's got a guy in front of him who's not a big puncher, and even when he does land one, he only lands one at a time. We don't think a knockout is probably in the future of this round. But you have to always, you never know for sure. Nowadays with judging. Because we saw a fight with Willie Horeen, as we had talked about in Sacramento, California, where Clayton was involved in the fight. We thought Clayton lost most of the rounds, but one of the judges, who was from Clayton's home state, Louisiana, wound up giving the fight to Clayton.
Yeah, that was one of the worst decisions we've seen. I mean, Horeen still got the split decision. 118, 108, 118, 108, and 114, 112 for Clayton. But
of course, 2 of the judges tonight are from where?
Louisiana. The third one might be too. I'm not certain.
And of course, Clayton is from Louisiana.
All right, let's go. Punch hard inside. Punch inside. Don't punch around.
Well, we'll see. I have faith in the judges.
All right, let's go. That's it.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I have faith in about 4 minutes.
Clayton's just not busy enough. I mean, he's averaging throwing about 42 punches around. Adams has been throwing about 72 punches around.
Clayton's done a little bit more these last couple rounds. He stepped up to punches a little bit, and of course Adams has fought in spots in the last couple rounds, but he carried enough rounds.
So we'll find out how the judges tallied the scorecards. It was a big fight for Aristide Clayton coming off the Horine loss, but not very busy as Clarence Adams come into the state of Louisiana and picked up a win. We'll get the judges' cards after this timeout. Total punch numbers. Clarence Bones Adams threw 72 punches around, and he landed about 12 around. Clayton not very busy, throwing just 39 punches around on average. Let's take a look at Teddy's scorecard. And Teddy, you had it 98-93 Clayton. You had one even round. I had it 98-92 for Adams. You and I both had Adams as the winner. Let's find out how the judges had it. Here's our ring announcer, J.D. Lyons.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards, and we have a unanimous decision. Judge Kenny Saintes scored the bout 99-91. Judge Barry Orgeron saw the bout at 98-92. And Judge Johnny Femia Jr. scored the bout 96-94.